Hyvää huomenta. I would continue in English because the course is in English. So, warm welcome to the Hungarian Cultural Center. My name is András Szabó. I'm the director of the center since May this year. And the name of the institute is Liszt-instituutti. After many name changes, this has been established in the past few years, and we very much hope that it will stay like this. I have checked the names of the cultural centers around Europe, and I have found that 2 or 3 bear the names of famous people. Like Cervantes is the Spanish institute's name, Goethe is the German, Mickiewicz is the Polish. Those are people from the literature, and none of them are musicians. So Hungary is the only country that has given to the name of the Cultural Institute the musician's name. There is a very good exchange of music teachers between the 2 countries. At least as much as I can see, Hungarians are coming to Finland, and they have master classes in different institutions. But the more effective way of spreading the knowledge about Hungarian music education is bringing teachers here to teach the teachers, and this is what we are going to have today. Kodály is a household name in Finland, not only because of his musical works, but even more because of his teaching method. Klára Kokas is probably less known in Finland, but equally important because they both wanted to educate people from a very early age to music. And it has been proved that music education is not only a goal in itself, but it also helps people to develop other skills which are important in life. I'm very happy that this meeting takes place today. We had a lot of bureaucratic hassles that lasted for many months, and there was even a danger that the Finnish strike might prevent it, but fortunately this is not the case. So warm welcome, I warmly welcome the teachers from the Liszt-Academy, and I wish you a very fruitful seminar in these 2 days. Before I finish, please tell me who would like to go and have a lunch in the Arthur Hotel today, because then we can reserve a table for so many people. 1, 2, 2,
3.
Okay, you have 2 hands. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jó reggelt! We are very, very pleased that we can be here with you. We're just standing here in order of our presentations. I'm Bori Szirányi, and I will be the person who tried to show you the philosophy a little bit, which is behind of this beautiful method. And of course it will be active, because the whole Kodály idea is a very, very active teaching way. So I will try to show you the so-called traditional teaching, but obviously inspired by and a little bit accustom it to the 21st century challenges. So this is why me. Besides me is Réka Tóth.
Yes, I will show you the digital part, what app we use and what science we use, and how you can build these into your music lessons or solfege lessons, whichever school you are teaching in. And next to me.
But I come here because I have the microphone.
Yes, my name is Kata, And after the lunch, instead of the sleeping, yes, we will be more active, much more active than during the Kodály session, because it's coming the Kokas session. And after that, together with Anikó Novák, yes, we will introduce the so-called Zenezen session, which is about actually the instrumental teaching, yes, which try to combine the Kokas and the Kodály way, actually, and the philosophy as well. So this is the structure of the day, and the tomorrow as well.
We hope you will enjoy, and let's start straight. So please clap this rhythm and repeat it, okay? Here we start. Repeat. Okay, we have a star there. So when you see the stars, please, instead of clapping, just stamp with your leg, okay? And twice the same. Here we go. Okay, we have the squares where I would like you to do the following actions. Please touch with your right, and I will be your mirror. Your right hand, your right shoulder. This is the first 8. Then click one with your right hand. Then click with your left hand. Touch your left shoulder. Click with your left and click with your right. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Click, touch, click, click, touch. Good. Okay, let's do. So for the red square, do this. Clap. Okay, 1, 2, here we go. Ya, pa, 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 clap. Yum. Once more. Ya, ta, ta, ti, ta, ta, clap. Yum. Pa. Oh, you are so great that I have one more signal. I would like you to tap your tights when you see the square, the circle. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Ya, pa, pa. Once more, ya ta ta ti ta ta ta, clap. And one more try, ya ta ta ti ta ta, clap. Stamp. Wonderful, and I promise this is the last one. Okay, so please, when you see this heart shape, clap with your back of hands. So it looks like clap and clap for the last 2 quarter beats. 1, 2, ready, go. Ya ta ta ti ta ta ta. Yum pa pa. Once more. And just keep doing it. I'm singing. Viva, viva la musica. Viva, viva la musica. Viva la musica. Great, very nice. Do you know this Praetorius melody? Shall we sing it, or shall we read it, or just listen? Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous, so my voice is shaking, but I promise that during the day I will be better and better. So please sing with me. Viva, viva la musica. Viva, viva la musica. Viva la musica. Once more. Viva, viva la musica. Viva, viva la musica. Viva la musica. And let's try the actions. Viva, viva la musica. Viva, viva la musica. Viva la musica. Wonderful. Let me divide you in 3 groups actually. You 4 please be one group, you 4 please be another, and we 4 will be the third. And let's sing it just simply in a canon. You are still here. They promise that they will leave and they will not disturb me. Sorry, you can remain. Viva, hear me. Just sing, just enjoy the singing. Viva, viva la musica. Viva, viva la musica. Viva, viva la musica. Viva, viva la musica. organized, great. So some of the characteristic features of this Kodály-inspired music teaching already emerged in this short warm-up exercise. But before I go into details, let me read two quotes from Kodály, and I also would like to show you some classroom recordings just to give you a general idea about how we teach music in Hungary. Kodály, after finishing his university studies and after a very short study trip to Paris, he was appointed a professor at the prestigious Liszt-Academy of Music in Budapest, where he taught music theory, composition, and later also folk music. And actually, he was to teach there for most of his life. And as a young teacher in the beginning of the 20th century, he was appalled that those students of the academy who were able to play very complex, very difficult pieces with marvelous instrumental technique were almost unable to read and write music fluently, and they were completely ignorant of the cultural heritage of their own cultural heritage. Probably this is why one of his most quoted thought, which actually rooted in Robert Schumann's guidances for professional musicians, is the following. The characteristics of a good musician can be summarized as follows: a well-trained ear, a well-trained intelligence, a well-trained heart, a well-trained hand. All four must develop together in constant equilibrium. As soon as one lags behind or rushes ahead, there is something wrong. So Kodály had a very clear vision of what is required to train professional musicians comprehensively and successfully. And obviously, he tried to put it into practice in his own music pedagogical work. But by the mid of the 1920s, it had also become clear to him that it's not enough just to focus on the professionals' training. And in the next quote, I already highlighted those key ideas, what I think are some of the basic principles of his philosophy. He said, I have detected more and more that we, the so-called highbrow musicians, are quite alone in the world. We have no public. We make music for each other. And so I thought that since music is not a toy for a very few selected people, music is a spiritual food for everybody, I thought we must do something to enlarge the public for serious music. So my attention was directed to primary schools, and I detected that almost nothing happens there which would be able to introduce people to an understanding of music. And I thought about the education of the ancient Greeks, for whom music was one of the chief subjects of general education, and about medieval times when music was one of the septem arts liberales in the universities. In those times, music was also an important part of general education, which in modern times disappeared entirely. And so I studied more and more what to do to improve that, how to make good music more accessible to more people. And I think this is one of the outstanding characteristics of the Kodály philosophy and the method which was developed based on this philosophy, that it gives direction for both professional and general music education, and that it doesn't separate these two types of education, but rather it links them closely to each other. So actually, the approach, what we use, and the techniques, what we use to train children with average musical abilities in a primary school, differs fundamentally only on the musical repertoire, the complexity of the musical repertoire, and obviously the depth of the learning itself from the one what we use to train professional musicians. In the next chart, I try to show you the two first levels of the education. just as everywhere in the world, we have a basic level and we have a secondary level, and then comes the tertiary, the university level. And as you can see, the state-funded music education starts in the preschool, in the kindergarten, from the age of 3, which is compulsory for everyone in Hungary to attend the kindergarten. And there we offer 2 types of interns regarding to the training. One is a standard training, which is offered for everyone and actually compulsory for everyone. It means that they sing every day. Just very short, 5 minutes singing, just a game, but along with singing. Plus, in every week, they organize, depending on the age group, longer and longer sessions in which they start focusing more on the feeling of the steady beat, feeling of the rhythm progression, feeling of the melodic shape of the songs. Plus, they learn many, many songs. This is actually the most important, learning a lot of songs. In the afternoon, if the parents wish, we organize special activities as well, in which they learn even more songs, but actually the activities, what they do, are quite similar. The main difference between the morning and the afternoon, that in the afternoon a trained music educator lead the singing, while in the morning session, the kindergarten teacher. So the kindergarten teachers are trained in such a way that they must be able to sing in tune. They must know quite a lot, age-appropriate songs. Yes. Then comes the primary school. It's a morning school. And again, you can see that this kind of 2 type of training remains. The standard training, which is the normal training for everyone, not selected children, offering 2 music lessons, 2 times 45 minutes music lesson from the 1st grade till the 5th grade, and from the 6th grade, only 1 music lesson. Unfortunately, this is something what we are very sad about, that from the 1st grade till the 4th grade, not the trained music educator teaches the music, but the classroom teacher, which is not bad, but obviously it would be even better if a qualified expert would teach it. And they can attend this optional choir lesson. While in the special music training, which was actually Kodály's dream, probably you heard that that he wished to have everyday music lesson. It was his idea, and it was very democratic because he didn't want to choose between the kids. He wanted to offer this everyday music lesson and everyday singing and music making, let's be precise, music making for everyone. Now, unfortunately, it was not realized, but in the special music schools, it still works, but there we select among the children. So obviously, the more gifted students are there, but it doesn't mean that they are becoming musicians. No, they are still average child. We hope that they will become different, so they will have different professions, not musicians, but they will be a special interest in music. And if we have many people, especially in the ministry level, who are infected by the music, obviously our world will be different. Here they have 4 music lessons, 4 times 45 music lessons, plus 2 choir lessons a week. We don't offer instrumental teaching in the classroom lessons. So in the morning lesson, they don't learn instrument. But if they wish to study instrument, the state runs afternoon institution, which is called Music and Arts School, also almost free for everyone. We have to pay just a very little tuition fee. And it offers, again, 2 types of training. One is the A level and the other is the B level, which covers 1-to-1 instrumental lesson. In the A level, 2 times 30 minutes per week, while in B level, which is actually designed for those who seems to be more gifted in the instrument and in the music and will possibly become musician later on. They have 2 times 45 minutes. But what is very important and very special and reflects very much how Kodály was thinking, that all of the instrumental learners must take part in solfège. Solfège, which is actually covers the musicianship training, where we teach music reading, ear training, first of all, music reading, music writing, later the structural analysis, harmonies, the interval knowledge. And also following Kodály main belief, the solfège should be started first. So there are 2-year preparation. At least one is compulsory, but some kids do a 2-year preparatory course where they only learn the solfège. And then when they already have some kind of background music knowledge, then they start the instrument. So the instrumental teacher also have to deal with a little ear training, little sight reading, but not as much, because it is done in the solfège. And in the instrumental learning, they can focus more on the piece itself, the technical issues, the expression of that music, and so on. Yes, and the solfège remains compulsory till the 4th year of study, where they have to take an examination, and then they can continue with other obligatory chosen subjects. So this is the basic level, and actually the secondary level is very similar. Here remains the morning school, where we still have special music training if they wish. To be honest, there are not so many, because nowadays, as everywhere in the world, unfortunately, not the arts are the most important subjects. So many parents believe that the IT technology and the languages are more important. But anyway, we have. And those who seem to be really good for music and will become musicians later on, they can attend the so-called professional secondary music school, which we call conservatory, from the age of 14 till 18, where they have the compulsory morning subjects, so math. Sorry, my English is not, but perhaps you understand me. The different compulsory subjects, plus the music subjects like the instrument theory, solfège, chamber music, music history, and choir or orchestra, depending on the instrument. So now I talked a lot. Perhaps you have some impression about our education system. Let me show now small, short classroom recordings. There will be 3 large group of footages. In the first one, you will see the basic level, how we work there. I subtitled, and I always wrote that the standard training. The standard training is for the average kids, or special training for the selected one. You will hear the difference in their intonation quality. Then in the middle of this film, you will see a quite special instrumental lesson, which shows how in an instrumental lesson you can combine the solfège as well. It will be a beginner piano lesson with 3 little kids who were just started to learn piano, and how they are introduced to the absolute system. And in the last part, you will see the secondary level, upper primary and secondary level. Typical child. Since they know the melody, so their ear lead the fingers and not the fingering or not the score, but they learn that they should listen what they are playing and check with the ear. It's not about the technique, this is why they are standing. It's more about hearing, knowing something, hearing, having an oral expectation, and then reproducing it on the piano and transposing. We can find the same melody from different pitches.
és felvegyének is el tudnak játszani ezt a dalt. Azonban, ha igazán jól meg akartok tanulni ezt a forradalmat, akkor nem lehetünk más magasságból kezdeni. Ezért szükség van egy olyan hangjelölésre, amely meghatározza a hanghelyét a vonalrendszerben és a zongorán is egyaránt. Erre szolgálnak az ABC-sávok. Ezeknek országában két kulccsal jutunk be, a magas hangok országába. Mi a hangkulcsa? Nagyon jó, és a mély hangok országába. A basszus kulcsát. Nyitjuk ki, nagyon ügyesek vagytok. Zita, mondd meg, a violin kulcs melyik hanghelyét jelölik és hova?
A mély hangok és a második hangok.
Jól van, és a basszus kulcs jelente?
Az F hangot jelöli a negyedik hangot.
Jól van, csúfjuk meg a táblához, és hívd fel a két kulcsahol a megfelelő helyre. Köszönöm, maradjon. Zita, mutasd meg a G kulcs hangját a zongorán, és Levente az F kulcs hangját a zongorán. Köszönöm szépen. Picit maradjunk most itt. Ha most azt mondod, hogy ez a három illető szólító, a középső hang nevét és helyét már tudjuk is. Zita, hogy nevezzük ezt? Nagyon jó. Felső szomszédja az A, és az alsó szomszédja az F. Ügyes vagy. Ha ezt a három hangot járt az A, ha a gép a második vonalra írta Zsófi, akkor hova írja még az A hangot? Zsófi?
A második vonalhoz.
Nagyon ügyes, mert felső szomszédja, és hova írja az F hangot, Zita?
Az első vonalhoz.
Ügyes. Nézzetek a táblára, és először szolvizáljuk, aztán ABC-s névvel énekeljük ezt a három hangot, jó? ABC-s névvel, most ABC-s névvel.
So we use two ways, relative solfa, mi, re, do, for the intonation and making easier the reading. The absolute, when we read from the score for instrumental studies, the absolute system is the key system.
Most keressük ki basszus kulcsba is ezeknek a hangoknak a helyét. Most a legmélyebb hangnak a helyét tudjuk, és a legmélyebb. Melyik a legmélyebb hang Levente? Nagyon jó, vonalrendszerben hova írjuk? Akkor hova írtam a G hangot? Klikkáld Levente. És Zsófi az A hangot hova írja? Az ötödik vonalra. Ügyesek vagytok, Zita. Most játszd el basszus kulcsban is ezt a dalt. Köszönöm szépen. Zsófi egy ismerős dalt fog nekik játszani. Hallgassuk.
Édesanyám, jöjjön csak ki, az ajtóján nyisson csak ki, itt hozzánk a legszebb, boldogabb, hogy
Következő. Szoprán elej, többiek maradnak. Tehát. És vissza a díjúra. Jó, marad levelt szorbizációt, mím a szóló. Part lemegy fél hangot úra, többi marad. Visszamegyünk D-óra, lábó végig. Nagyszerű, és kitisztult úra. Jól kell kézzel. Látjátok most ebben a magasságban? Tehát még egyszer. Csak nyugodt. Ragyogjon. Első lépőből. Visszamegy a lépőre. Dobd a levegőt. Az első
Very well done. I would like to hear this short phrase once again, sung by all of you together. At the same time, follow the counterpart, which I will show you with hand signs. How did my hand signs follow your melody? How many notes lower was it? A third lower. That's correct.
The class sings the third parallel melody.
What was common in this activity and these recordings, that the singing from the very first beginner level, even in the instrumental teaching, and we arrived to the higher secondary school level, and we still sing. We can sing with text, we can sing with solfa, we can sing with rhythm syllables, we can sing with absolute letter names, but we always sing. It makes the learning active, and it helps developing the inner hearing. Because Kodály said, what is to be done? Teach music and singing at school in such a way that it is not a torture, but a joy for the pupil. Instill a thirst for finer music in him, a thirst which will last for a lifetime. Music mustn't be approached from its intellectual, rational side, nor should it be conveyed to the child as a system of algebraic symbols or as the secret writing of a language with which he has no connection. The way should be paved for direct intuition. And I think this is two very important characteristics of our teaching, that joy, so enjoyable activities, and not the theory comes first, but rather the experience. We are involved in the whole music process before we actually name that this is a major scale, this is a perfect fifth, this is the authentic cadence, whatever. First, we have the music itself, the idea itself. Many times we say that Kodály method, but actually this is not correct, because Kodály didn't work out any concrete step-by-step method. He created a very wise and wonderful philosophy. He gave us the guidance how to teach music, but actually the step-by-step method used for the different type of training was worked out by his followers and pupils, like Forrai Katalin, who is the person who worked out the method used in the preschool, in the kindergarten age. Ádám Jenő is the father of the method what we use in a primary level, in the primary school level, when our main methodological aim is to let the children learn the, I call it musical vocabulary. So learn the basic rhythm set and learn the basic tone set, which will make them able to use this rhythm and the tone set in the more complex musical work later. Dobszai László is the person who worked out the method used in the solfege training in primary level, and actually what he added to Ádám Jenő's method is that he adapted this whole singing-based methodology to the art music teaching, how we can introduce to our pupils the different musical periods, styles. What is the difference in a Baroque music? What is the difference or characteristic in the Viennese classical style, and so on. So he is the father of that one. And Szőnyi Erzsébet, I let her last, since she worked out the solfege used for the professional level, what is equally important. So I already mentioned that Kodály gave principles, and here are the most important ideas of his philosophy. Art and music are integral, indispensable means of humanistic education, and everybody has the right to learn music. This is why the music is compulsory subject in Hungary in every single school. Music education should be primarily vocal. Later we will come back to that. Music literacy serves as the very basis for high-level music appreciation, and the best means to achieve that is the relative solfa. Many times in foreign educators or people think that the Kodály method is actually the relative solmization and using hand signs. It's a little misunderstanding of the whole, because it is just a tool. It is something what we use in order to achieve our final aim, which is to educate a concert-going audience in the primary schools and the secondary schools, and the great musicians at the professional tertiary level. Starting music education already at early childhood, and high quality and good music serving as learning materials. Also a kind of misunderstanding. Many people think that Kodály wanted to teach folk songs, just folk songs. No, starting with folk songs, because the folk songs are valuable. Due to the oral tradition, only the best could remain during the centuries. And it is our tradition what we should keep as well, the roots from where we are coming from, and what is typically Hungarian or what is typically Finnish. But then he opened the gate, and the idea is to lead to the masterpieces of the Western musical culture. And finally, the use of early introduction of polyphony and the importance of singing in choirs. I plan to introduce one by one, but I will just highlight a few things. Obviously, why should we teach music? I guess we musicians all agree that the music is one of the best ways how we can develop our inner world, the emotions, the inner thinking, what is very important, especially nowadays in our mechanized living circumstances. And as Andre already mentioned, and there are also scientific facts that the music has transfer effects. So if you start learning music, instrumental learning especially, but the vocal music as well, in an early age, and very important that before the age of 10 at least, or even so from the birth actually, as Kodály said, then in the brain some kind of pathways will be created and connected that cannot be created and connected later on. And if you connect these pathways, your linguistic skill will develop, your mathematics skills will develop. So I think it's also good to know that start the music training as early as possible. Here comes what we will actually experience during this 2 days course more and more, the activity. And I know that you are still seated, but just a few more seconds. So only activity, active music making can lead someone to a real understanding and appreciation of music. Simply listening to music is not enough. And I think, again, nowadays, this idea is even more important because in our world, at least in Hungary, that kind of tradition that people just come together, gather together just to make music together, instrumental chamber music playing, for example, a violinist and a pianist and a cellist together just for fun. Now, it doesn't exist anymore in the average population. Obviously, it works with the professionals, but not for the everyday people. Still, for the everyday people, the average people, the singing is the tools which can let them gather together and sing in community choirs and spend their spare time together. So Kodály truly believe that a deeper musical education can at all times develop only where singing forms its basis. Instruments are for the privileged few. Only the human voice, accessible to all, free of charge, yet the most beautiful of all instruments, can be the fertile soil of a musical culture extended to all. Why? Why singing? Not just because of the active participation, not just because of it's the simplest how we can make music together, but it has a third reason, probably the most important for us musicians. Singing untrammeled by an instrument is the real and profound schooling of musical abilities. And now I try to show you what type of musical abilities, what type of skills we can develop through singing. So here is a Jamaican folk song. Please just listen to me and then sing with me. Hilangali rider, hilangali, hilangali rider, hilangali, better bend down, low down, hilangali, better bend down, low down, hilangali. My turn, your turn. Hilangali rider, hilangali,
Hilangali rider, hilangali,
better bend down, low down, hilangali.
better bend down, low down, hilangali.
Let's sing again, and while you are memorizing this text and singing it, please come and let's form a circle. Hilangali rider, hilangali, hilangali rider, hilangali, better bend down, low down, hilangali, better bend down, low down, hilangali. Excellent. Let's sing this song a few more times. And while we are singing, please copy my actions, okay? Just be my mirror. 1, 2, ready, go. Hilangali rider, hilangali, hilangali rider, hilangali, better bend down, low down, hilangali. Sing with me. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Sing all the time. Hilangali rider, hilangali, hilangali rider, hilangali, better bend down, low down, hilangali, better bend down, low down, hilangali. Yes, what was common in my actions? What did you find? What did I follow with my actions, first of all? Which part of music? Rhythm? Probably we can, it's just terminology. It was not the song's rhythm, but rather the song's, the pause, the steady beat, the pulsation, the tempo of the song. Okay, how many different actions did I alternate all the time? Where my action starts, what was always the first action? Yes, here. And then I place the beat, different part of, why did I start here? What was expressed by that? Exactly. So the meter was also followed, always expressing where the downbeat is. Okay, now it's your turn. Please use any actions what you wish. Just follow the steady beat in your actions and always place the downbeat on your legs. Okay, you can copy me, but I would really like to see your creativity. Okay, but still stay on the spot. 1, 2, ready, go. Hilangali rider, hilangali. Hilangali rider, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Very nice, okay? And it's very good to work individually, but it's much better to work with a partner. So please be my partner. But actually, before we do it in partner, first just copy my actions. It's easier first, and then we will do it together. So now I would like you to do the same. Clap, then with your right hand like this, then with your left hand right, and then with 2 hands. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hilangali rider, hilangali. Hilangali rider, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. And now your partner, you will be my partner. Does everyone have a partner? Great, okay, so 1, 2, ready, and hilangali rider, hilangali. Hilangali rider, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Yes, I like you very much, but sorry, I leave you because I'm very curious who is my other neighbor. Oh, it's so nice that you. Hello, I'm Bori. Elina. Okay, so now do with your other partner, but this time I would like you, when you sing better, better, click. Hilangali rider, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Better, just for the better, that word. Does it make sense? 1, 2, ready, and hilangali rider, hilangali. Hilangali rider, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. How did it work? Was it? What do you have to do in order to? You have to think ahead. And this ability, not just being on the moment with the music, but being able to thinking a little bit earlier, it's very important. Let's try once more, okay? Of course, I practiced a lot at home, so for me it's easy. 1, 2, ready, and hilangali rider, hilangali. Hilangali rider, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Yes, great. Okay, now let me raise the challenge. This time I would like you to start with your new partner, but when you feel that a new phrase start, turn quickly to your other partner and do the actions with the other partner. And when you feel that the next phrase comes, turn back. Okay, 1, 2, ready. Hilangali rider, hilangali. Hilangali rider, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Excellent. Okay. So again, you have to think ahead. Why do we click on the better? What happens musically on that? Better bend down, low.
It's a pickup.
Exactly, it's a pickup. So we experience, just subconsciously, the child experience that there is something special, what was not in the beginning. Okay, how many phrases we have? 4. Which one would you like to hide?
The third one.
Third one, okay. So when you arrive to the third phrase, stop singing, just follow the melody inside, but keep clapping with your partner. And yeah, of course. Yeah. Sorry for that. 1, 2, ready, and Hilangali rider, Hilangali, Hilangali rider, Hilangali. Better bend down, low down, Hilangali. Yes, excellent. Okay, did you enjoy? Was it a fun? Yes, and this is what the children experience, that we are playing, but at the same time we are experiencing bodily some sorts of things, what later we will obviously analyze and draw their attention and teach. But first they are just experiencing. Okay, I have another song for you. It's from Uganda. Good day to you. Good day, Odibidu. Good day to you. Good day, Odibidu. Dip, 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 dibidu, dibidu, Odibidu. Dip, 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 dibidu, dibidu, Odibidu. Please echo me. Good day to you. Good day, Odibidu. Now, good day to you. Good day, Odibidu. And once more. Good day to you. Good day, Odibidu. Dip, 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 dibidu, dibidu, Odibidu. Dip, 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 dibidu, dibidu, Odibidu. Well done. Let's sing this song. But this time I would like you just to step the beat, okay? Gently step the beat. And when you feel that this is the beginning of the measure, clap 1. Okay, stepping on the same spot and clapping 1. Good day to you. Good day, Odibidu. Good day to you. Good day, Odibidu. Dip, 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 dibidu, dibidu, Odibidu. Dip, 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 dibidu, dibidu, Odibidu. Great, so what meters change in this song? We start in good day to you. What is the meter? 3, yes, and the dip, 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 do moves to 2. Yes, from the triple we move to duple. Okay, now let's sing once more, and this time I would like you not just to step on the same spot, but a little bit go with your stepping the downbeat. So when you clap, you should take a step ahead, and then the rest of that measure on the same spot. And we will move to the center gradually. And when we feel that the next phrase starts, do the same but backwards, okay? And when we arrive to the 2-4, no, it's enough, just the 3-4 first. 1 and good day to you. Good day, Odibidu. Good day to you. Good day, Odibidu. Yes, now turn anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise. So everyone is, and then let's just clap and step ahead. But when we feel that the next phrase starts, backwards. Okay, dip, 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 here we go. Dip, 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 do, and back. Dip, 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 do, and from the beginning. Good day to you. Good day, dip, do. Good day to you. Good day, Odibidu. Dip, 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 dibidu, dibidu, Odibidu. Dip, 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 dibidu, dibidu. Well done. Okay, now for the next singing, I would like you, don't keep this circle shape anymore. Just walk wherever you want. but according to the meter. And I would be very pleased to see that you feel that 1, 2, 3, 1, so big, and 2 small, even the small can be on the toes, gently, okay? And please change direction when a new phrase starts. The direction can be turning right, turning left, starting walking backwards, or turning back and walking that way. Don't crash, it's important, and still clap the downbeats, okay? Good, and start. Good day to you. Good day, oh to be do. Good day to you. Dip 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 do, oh dip do, dip do. How many phrases we have again? How many phrases are it? Yes, we have still 4 phrases in this music. I would like you to do the same and try to figure out that how many bars are in the single phrases, okay? So how many claps you take when you take one direction? How many claps you take when you turn, okay? 1, 2, good day to you. Good day to you. Good day, oh dip do. Dip 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 do, oh dip do. How many measures are in each single phrases? 4 measures. Okay, I would like you to do the singing once more, but please don't sing in the second measures. Every second measure inside. 1, 2, and good day. Oh. No. One phrase has 4 measures. And you should not sing just the second one, okay? So the first, third, and the fourth, you should sing. Okay, 1, 2, and good day. Oh, do. Good day. Good day, oh, do. Dip, 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 dip. Dip-do, oh, dip-do. Dip, 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 dip. Dip-do, oh, dip-do. Great, very good. So what we experience in this game, again, the phrasings, the meters, and with this hiding activity, sorry, we can train the inner hearing, and also, again, that kind of skill that you must think ahead in the music. I have one more song. Pass 1 window, tidy-o. Pass 2 windows, tidy-o. Pass 3 windows, tidy-o. Jingle at the windows, tidy-o. Pass 1 window, tidy-o.
Pass 1 window, tidy-o.
Pass 2 windows, tidy-o.
Pass 2 windows, tidy-o.
Pass 3 windows, tidy-o.
Pass 3 windows, tidy-o.
Jingle at the window, tidy-o.
Jingle the window, tidy-o.
From the beginning, and let's form a circle. Pass 1 window, here we sing. Pass 1 window, tidy-o. Pass 2 windows, tidy-o. Pass 3 windows, tidy-o. Jingle at the windows, tidy-o. When we sing tidy-o, just do this, tidy-o. When you sing tidy-o, pass 1 window here, yes, here we sing. Pass 1 window, tidy-o. Pass 2 windows, tidy-o. Pass 3 windows, tidy-o. Jingle at the windows, tidy-o. Jingle at the windows. Jingle at the windows, tidy-o. Okay, from the beginning, jingle at the windows like this. 1 and pass 1 window, tidy-o.
Pass 2
Windows, tidy-o. Pass 3 windows, tidy-o. Jingle at the windows, tidy-o. Great, when you sing pass 1 window. Okay, here we go. Pass 1 window, tidy-o. Pass 2 windows, tidy-o. Pass 3 windows, tidy-o. Jingle at the windows, tidy-o. But don't rush, don't want to catch the train, okay? You, again, turn to your partner. Be my partner, please. And I would like you that do with your partner the tidy O. The O will be always together. Everything else on the same spot yourself. Here we do. Pass one window, tidy O. Pass two windows, tidy O. Pass three windows, tidy O. Jingle at the windows, tidy O. Great, but again, I don't want to stay with you. I'm sorry. I would like to leave you. So I will leave him and you will also leave your partners by the left shoulder. So you will have your direction. Let's move a little bit closer to the center. It will be easier. Everyone has a direction. My direction is always the anti-clockwise. Your direction is always the clockwise, okay? And when we leave, we will just simply turn each other. Leave each other by the left shoulder, and then we will move to the next person. Let's just try, just the leaving. 1 and 2. Ta pa pa pa, tidy O. Pa 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 pa, tidy O. Pa 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 pa. Oh, you are excellent. Oops, what happened there? You should not change the direction. Okay, choose a partner, face with someone. Here we need a partner. Then you change them. Okay. Good? Okay, now let's try sing, work as we done, and leave your partner. Pass one window, here we start. Pass one window, tidy O. Pass two windows, tidy O. Pass three windows, and stay. Jingle at the windows. Because you say that jingle at the windows, you don't want to pass your partner. Sorry, I was not clear. Once more, here we go. Pass one window, tidy O. Pass two windows, tidy O. Pass three windows, tidy O. Jingle at the windows, tidy O. Excellent. Every tidy O inside. Every tidy O inside. Here we go. Pass one window. Pass two windows. Pass three windows. Jingle at the windows. Every pass 1, pass 2, pass 3 inside. Every tidy O inside. What will we sing out loud? Jingle at the, only that one. Everything else inside. 1 and 2, and here we go. Jingle at the windows. Yes, okay. And now let's hide everything. Just do the actions and listen what you can hear. 1 and 2, and here we go. What did you hear? What was that?
The rhythm.
The rhythm of the song. So we just perform the rhythm of the song in a game-like way, and we also express the phrasings with the different passing and remaining. So again, a way how the rhythm, besides just simply clapping, can be performed. Now last challenge, and then we can have a rest. Please sing the first song. Do you remember the first song? What was my first song? Yes. Now, let's sing it. Hilangali rider, hilangali, hilangali rider, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Please clap its rhythm. Now, just simply the rhythm while you are singing the song. I suggest a slightly more kept tempo. Hilangali, here we do. Hilangali rider, hilangali, hilangali rider, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Better bend down, low down, hilangali. Please turn to this direction and let's do the same. Sing the song, clap its rhythm, but at the same time, walk according to the steady beat, okay? 1, 2, ready, and Hilangali rider, Hilangali, Hilangali rider, Hilangali, better than down low, Hilangali. Excellent. No, it's nothing. You do the same, but when you hear this sound, I would like you to stop singing, just simply step the beat and clap the rhythm. And when you hear again, go back with your singing. Hilangali, here we go. Hilangali. Good. I have another sound. This one, quite far from that one. When you hear this sound, please stop clapping and singing. Just tap the steady beat. When you hear again the same, go back with your clapping and singing. 1, 2, ready, and Hilangali rider. Better than down low. From the beginning. Down low, down. Yes, you are excellent. Without saying anything, you recognize what is the game. So then after a while, you should react differently based on the sound. And actually, I can give one more sign. For example, this dominant, diminished triad. When you hear the diminished triad, stop doing anything. Just inside, okay? Please change direction, because I guess it was enough to walk that way. And now I will use just this diminished sound. And when you hear it, stop doing everything. Hilangali, here we go. Hilangali rider, Hilangali. From the beginning. Hilangali rider, Hilangali, better than Galodan. Hilangali, excellent. Thank you. Have a seat. Great, great. It's always a pleasure to work with music educators and teachers because you are so good. Okay. So what we just experienced in these activities, how we can, in a game-like way, work with the beat, rhythm, and meter, and also the musical form, the basic musical form, feeling the phrases. Why can we not read notes, ask Kodály? Because we do not teach the reading of music by methods easy enough to follow. The difficulties of rhythm and melody are so complicated that if we do not overcome them one by one, we will never be able to cope with them. First, one must be able to read rhythm, and if one can do that fluently, then separately, one may go on to pitch. Only afterwards are the two connected. So in our training, always the rhythm work precedes the melodic work. It's true for any kinds of activity, actually. When we just simply start teaching the musical concepts, we start with the beat training, and which is actually a very long training. And gradually we add the rhythm, and just after we introduce some tone sets. But when we sight read something new, we also start the reading with the rhythm itself before we let the kids to add the melody. The methodological background: first, students gain varied experiences about the basic rhythmic motifs through singing and rhythmic body movements, as you experienced just now. This experience gradually leads them leads to the learning of the names of the different rhythm values. In the Hungarian music teaching practice, the French Aimé Joseph Chauvet's system for rhythm names is employed in order to overcome rhythmic difficulties in the beginning. This is a quite complicated system, and actually we use mainly in the basic level, so why the basic rhythm set is already developed. For example, let's just sing the pass one window tideo, and let's clap its rhythm. Here we go. Pass one window tideo, pass two windows tideo, pass three windows tideo, jingle at the windows tideo. Please stand up a little bit, and I would like you to, let's slow down. Let's just sing the first phrase of this song, and please step the beat while you are singing. Pass one window, here we sing. Pass one window, tidy. That's it, okay. Do the same and clap the rhythm at the same time. Pass one window, tidy. Do the same, but now please change sides by beat, okay? And clap according to the beat on the sides. Here we go. Pass one window, tidy. Yes, which beat, which rhythm sounds together exactly with the beat, and you have not any other sounds. Which is that, oh, my question. Which is that step? How many steps we take? Pass, 4. Which is that step when you're clapping exactly the same as you're stepping? The fourth one, we will call it ta. How many you clap on the other beats? Pass one, window, 2, always 2. Let's call them T, T, T. So let's say the rhythm syllables. Here we go. T, 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 ta. T, T, T. Exactly. Well done. Please have a seat. So this is how we use them. As for the melody, at the beginning we make the notes of the pentatonic scale conscious, because our experience shows that little children cannot sing the diatonic scale correctly, especially they cannot intone correctly the mi, fa, ti, do, si, la. So these half steps are very, how to say, important ones, but the word doesn't come to my mind. Never mind. So this is why initially we don't use half step in our repertoire, just pentatonic tone sets. Here is a very nice Romanian tune, Romanian carol. Let's just say with rhythm syllables first. We already know the titi and the ta. Titi ta ti. Here we go. Titi ta ti ta ta ti ta ti ta ti 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 ti. Excellent. When you see 2 T's, so the titi, a pair of 8 notes, please tap your legs. When you see the ta, please clap. And when you see a single quaver, a single 8, just click. Ti ti ta ti ta ta ti ta ti ta ti 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 ta ti. Once more. Ti ti ta ti ta ti ta ti ta ti 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 ta ti. Excellent. Once more the same, but don't say anything, just do the actions. 1, 2, ready. Great. Once more, but I'm singing something. You just do the rhythm. 1 and ready. Do, re, mi, re, do, do, re, mi, do, re, 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 do, re, mi, re. Once more. Do, re, mi, re, do, do, re, mi, do, re, 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 do, re, mi, re, do, do. Can you sing with me? Do, re, mi, re, here we sing. Do, re, mi, re, do, do, re, mi, do, re, 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 do, re, mi, re. Once more. Do, re, mi, re, do, do, re, mi, do, re, 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 do, re, mi, re, do. How many times you hear this melody? listen, hoping that it will work. Why it doesn't want to work? How many times did you hear the melody? 2 times. What was the difference? First, it sounded right hand higher. Secondly, left hand lower. Okay, perhaps some of you, but I can see that many of you are already familiar with the rhythms, syllables. Probably you are also familiar with this relative idea that you could see the G, A, B, A, G, G singing as do, re, mi, re, do, do. I was so fascinated by your beautiful melody, so I just I started to notate just the beginning. Please, let's just sing it to solfa. La, 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 ti, ti, do, mi, ti, ti, do, la, re, do, ti, do, la. In our system, if we notate it from another pitch, but since the melody remains, so we use exactly the same solfa. La, la, do, la, la, ti, ti, do, mi, ti. Let's try. La, la, ti, ti, do, mi, ti, do, la, re, do, ti, do, la, la. Or la, la, ti, ti, do, mi, la, try. La, la, ti, ti, do, mi, ti, do, la, re, do, ti, do, la, la. Yes, so we use the relative solfa for singing. As Adam said, in the teaching of melody concepts, the Hungarian method employs the relative solfa system, movable do system. The solfa letters used are do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Accidentals are indicated by changing the vowel sound at the end of the syllable. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But if I, in a minor, do, ti, la, si, la, so, fi, fa, mi, ma, ri, re, di, do, ti, ta, and so on. So we change the vowel if we change, if we use an accidental, if we sharpen something or if we flatten something, we express with the solfa syllables. I think it's quite an important idea. Why is it beneficial to use the relative solfa? Now I will try to show some reasons why Kodály and myself also share this believes that this is important. First of all, let me just highlight again that Kodály truly believed that if we would like to understand the music, then we should be able to read and write music. So in our concept, the sight reading, especially the sight reading, gets a very important role. As he said, sight singing leads closer to music than a season ticket at the opera house. Or the only way to be receptive to the adventure of sounds is through reading and writing music. Without the acquisition of reading and writing, music remains inconceivable and enigmatic. Music reality can only be achieved by reliable music literacy. The tonic solfa system, the movable do system, is not a Hungarian invention. It was invented by this lady, Sarah Glover, who lived in Norwich in the early 19th century. And she started to use it in her teaching. And then this man, John Spencer Kirwan, was the person who actually adapted this tonic solfa idea and used in his choral work as well. And he achieved a great success because his choristers were able to read quite quickly and in tune, easily in tune. So actually the Hungarian music teaching adopted the tonic solfa from them. Why? Better intonation, as I said, purer singing. As Kodály said, it is generally experienced that countries and schools using solmization, relative solmization, sing with better intonation. Why? Now I would like to read Dobszai's rationale. He says, relative solmization fixes easily intelligible associations to certain typical intervals and melodic patterns in the form of syllables of varying tonal color. If a sufficiently strong association exists between the syllable and the sound experience, then the syllable will evoke the sound experience, thus helping intonation, clear singing, inner hearing. On the other hand, the sound experience evokes or can evoke the syllables, thus helping us to decode those melodies which we have heard and which we should like to make a note of or write down. So in our system, we always start now I'm talking about the very beginner level. We teach great many songs, just as I did with you today. We sing these songs with text from memory. We don't see the score initially, just we imitate the teacher. And then when we are able to sing these songs with correct intonation, then we add the solfa. We associate the solfa. It also has this kind of technique, what is suggested to use. And then from that time, we start singing the learned melodies with solfa. And if we do it regularly and repeatedly, using the same type of tone set for a quite long period of time, especially if you are training very young students, to be honest, in the first grader teaching for the only so mi tone set, which is the first tone set in our teaching sequence, because our authentic children's songs have quite many songs with purely so mi tone set. So if the children sing great many songs with so mi, then after a while, this kind of connection will exist in their ear, that if they see written that so and mi, immediately the minor third sound will appear in their ear, and contrary, hearing a minor third, the so mi will be immediately in their ear. And this is how not just the intonation can develop better, but also the sight reading skill. Kodály, as he wrote here, the movable do is a secret tool by which children learn much more quickly how to sing from the score than by any other method. No matter what else one may experiment with, it cannot be defeated. And I think it's very important to emphasize here that Kodály truly believed that the sight reading should begin with the inner imagination. As he said, too often the physical pattern is the following: written notes, immediate implementation, auditive perception, and possible correction. So we see the score, we straight start playing the score or singing the score, we have plenty of mistakes, we realize there are plenty of mistakes, what we start correcting. Kodály was quite against of this habit. He said, on the contrary, on the other hand, the right pattern is the reverse. Written notes, heard sound, implementation. In such a process, there is hardly anything to be corrected. So in our training, we try, obviously, it's an ideal case, there are certain stages, but we definitely as a teacher try to teach our pupils, being a singing group or being an instrumental teaching, that before you touch the instrument, before you start singing the music, first try to imagine inside. Try to familiarize yourself with that music, what you are going to play and perform, looking for the challenges in it, the typical patterns of it, in order that your performance will be as faultless as possible. And I think he has very right, because we have, I guess, all of us experience in our life that if we have a mistake, then it takes so much time to correct that mistake. It's a psychological fact. The brain needs at least 7 corrections in order to forget the mistake. So it's worse preceding the mistake, and we believe that the sight reading is the way. Another quite important guidance. Most singing teachers and chorus masters believe in controlling the pitch of the voice by the piano. But singing depends on the acoustically correct natural intervals and not on the temperate system. So in our classrooms, it's really not typical to play on the piano the same melody what the children are asked to sing or read in order to assist them. If we use the piano, we use the piano, but the piano is used for supporting by single bass line or by chords, but not playing the same on the piano, because we try to train this not temperate tuning in the singing. But how we can also have the pure intonation, according to Kodály, the advantages of singing in 2 parts can hardly be overestimated, but unfortunately it is often left until far too late. It assists oral development in every way, even in unison singing. In fact, those who always sing in unison never learn to sing in correct pitch. Correct unison singing can paradoxically be learned only by singing in 2 parts. The 2 voices adjust and balance each other. So in our classrooms, usually from the 3rd year of study, we start the 2-part training, also very systematically, step by step. But this is how we can actually reach that high standard level, what we are happy with. So let's see how it works in the practice. First of all, I didn't mention, but I'm sure that you are also aware that we use hand signs. These hand signs also come from the Kervin system. John Spencer Kervin designed them. Let's just sing this triton. Do, re, mi, re, do. Sing and show. Do, re, mi, re, do. And the children are many times asked to read from our hand signs. Please just read from my hand signs. Do, do, re, mi, re, mi, re, do, do, mi, re, mi, do. Yes, it is a very easy notational form. The sign itself represents the solfa syllable, but perhaps you detected that I try to express with my hand the intervalic relation spatially, which is equally important. Not the sign. If I show like this, they cannot read it properly. So feeling the distance is also crucial. Let's see this interesting notation. Perhaps you recognize the melody. Let's just sing and show the hand signs. Do, re, mi, re, do, do. Here we go. Do, re, mi, re, do, do. Re, mi, do, re, do, re, mi, re, do. Yes. Using 2 lines, using 3 lines, it was the idea of Ádám Jenő. He believed that initially we should not teach the 5 lines. The children just should understand the relation between the tones. So if a do is written on a line, then the re will be written in a space and the mi will be written on a line. Or if the do is written in a space, then the re on a line and in a space. So the relativity, the relation should be understood first, and only after comes the real absolute idea. As for this particular notation, here I played with the colors as well. The colors represent what? The length, exactly. So, shall we just clap this notation? Just clap the rhythm. Here we go. let's use this rhythm progression for our improvisation, and let's use the tritone tone set, mi, re, do. I would like you to sing your tune, whatever you wish. Let's say that we start on mi, and we finish on which pitch you prefer to finish? Do. Okay, let's finish on do. Let's sing all together. It will be quite chaotic, which is not a problem at all. But start on mi, finish on do, and keep the rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do, re, do, do. Almost. Once more. Be brave. Okay. Usually I give some tips to my pupils. If you are a little bit insecure, just keep one pitch for a long time. Mi, 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 re, re, re. You don't have to change every single rhythm. Okay. 1, 2, and mi, re, do, re, mi, do, re, do, re, do. Beautiful. And in a classroom now, I would invite them one by one to sing their own rhythmization. So you could again see something which is typical in a classroom. We learned the Romanian carol melody. Do you remember? From the rhythm. We start the learning with the rhythm. We read the rhythm. We add the body percussion to make it even more challenging and enjoyable. Then we learned the melody. It was now just a rote learning. I sang for you and you accepted. You were great. You sang with me. We sang through a few times without the rhythm later, just the melody itself. Then we listened to the arrangement. We observed that we're playing 2 times. Then we can use the same rhythm progression, the same tone set for improvisation. Very characteristic in a Kodály classroom. But this type of notation, hand signs, this 2-line temporary notation, should be after a while followed by the regular normal notation. As an inner tool, we may use our finger. The finger stave represents, you can show like this if you prefer using the same numbers as in the piano playing, or this one if you are not insisted on that. Then first line, second line, third line, fourth, fifth line, first space, second, third. And then we can sing the song, and while we are singing, we can point where that pitch would be placed. For example, do. Let's sing this Romanian carol melody and point. Do, re, mi, re, here we go. Do, re, mi, re, do. Re, mi, do, re, do, re. Once more. Do, re, re, mi, do, re, do, re. Yes, and again, something very typical, that the melody was in our head. We memorized this melody, so we know it very well. This is why we can place on the stave easily, because we don't have to struggle with the melody, so we just focus on the positional. So these are those types of notations, what we use. Obviously, these ones are mainly in the beginner stage. Hand signs for quite a long time, this temporary notation, writing out the solfa syllables, the solfa letters, and the rhythm on the lines. To be honest, even though Adam suggested to use 2 or 3 lines, in our practice nowadays we straight use the 5 lines. What is the benefit of the 2 and 3 lines? The benefit is that there is no absolute question that which pitch we should sing. We don't know which lines are offered. When we have the 5 lines, even if we don't use, to be honest, we don't use for quite a long time the clefs. We just simply identify that here is the do, for example. G is the do. And then we don't deal with that, how many sharps, how many flats. Just we accept that the second line is the do, and then the kids can figure out all the others. But even if we don't use the clef, we should give almost the absolute pitch according to treble clef, according to violin clef, which a little bit determines the tonalities in which they can vocally sing well. Stick notation. Actually, this is the only notational type what was created by Kodály himself. He used it first. The idea is that the rhythm is just with rhythm sticks, and under the rhythm we can see the melody with solfa letters. If you compare this notation with this one, what is the biggest difference? Exactly. Here the child can see that the re is higher than the do, the mi is higher than the re. So they see how the notes belong to each other, just like in case of the hand sign showing. Why here they are written on the same height. So this type of notation supposes the existence of that close connection between the solfa syllable and the sound experience, what Dobszai mentioned a few slides before, what is actually our aim. And then the five-line notation. When we use the five-line notation, we always have to give the correct pitch. Similarly to this, we teach the absolute system after a while, but now I will not introduce that one, but I would like to show just how this singing experience can be transferred to the piano playing. Since, as I said, we teach initially the pentatonic tone sets, and the black keys form the pentatonic. So, la, do, re, mi, so, la, so, mi, re, do, la, so. So when we teach a song like this, do, re, mi, re, do, the children can play easily on the black keys. But then we, as you could see on the video recording, we quite soon let them transpose the melodies and play the same very simple, it's also something important, very simple children's songs, what they learn initially in the preparatory instrumental year or in the first year. So they can be asked to sing first the melody from C, do, re, mi, re, do, and then play. Very important that first they are asked to sing. Why? Because then they have a hearing expectation. I'm able to vocalize, I'm able to sing. It means that I hear it inside. And when I will play, do, re, mi, re, do. Oops, how did we sing? Do, re, mi. Yes, that is. Do, re, mi. Okay, and then the same from here. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Okay, so the solfa, the relative solfa, is used for the intonation. They have a strong intonation, a reliable intonation. They are able to sing what after that they will play. So the relative solfa can help the transposition. And the last advantage what I would like to highlight today is the harmonic sense. Relative solfa defines the function of every tone in the given tonality. Therefore, it is easy to recognize and analyze any eventual modulations. The sense of harmony has already been refined and developed during singing in unison. Here is a Chopin etude for you. G flat major, why not? Please sing with solfa. Do, so, here. Do, so, so, re, la, re. Do, so, la, mi. Do, so, do, so. Do, so, la, re, re la so re la so re mi so la re la so re la so re la re mi do mi re do so mi so re so do so la so re do. Yes, how interesting. Mi re do la so. Only the pentatonic tones. Sing it once more, please, but let me play the chords at the same time to feel it more, okay? Do, so, oops, it will not remain here, and I don't know it by heart. Ah, wonderful, thank you. Hopefully it will be here. You. Do, so, here we sing. Do, so, re, la, re, do, so, la, mi. Do, so, re, la, re, do, so, la, re, la, so, re, mi, so, la, re, la, so, re, la, so, re, la, re, mi, do, mi, re, do, so, mi, so, re, do, so, la, so, re. Yes, perhaps you already feel that this is not nice to sing to solfa like this, because we feel that we have a dominant which is resolved by a tonic. So why not singing as so, do? Since the music modulates from G flat major to D flat major. And if you use the relative solfa, you will express this modulation. Let's just sing from here. Re, la, re, try. Re, la, re, mi, do, re, do, so, mi, re. Do, la, do, so, do, fa, do, re, do, so, do. How much better, am I right? And if I at the base, what we also can add, usually at this level, we just simply write with solfa letters and fi, so, si, la, ta, ti, mi. Here is the modulation. Fa, fi, sol, lu, so. The children will feel how this chromaticism stresses, and finally we arrive to the D flat major. Now let's sing the original one, because obviously Chopin could not write something with ta and tt, am I right? So he wrote something completely different, but if you sing with solfa inside, or very gently, you will find this melody in this wonderful etude. So, re, la, re, do, so, la, mi. Do, so, re, la, do, so, la, re, la, so, re, mi, so, la, re, la, so, fi, so, si, la, ta, mi, fa, so, re, la, re, do, so, la, mi, re, do, so, re, do, mi, re, do, so, re, do, mi, re, so, so, re, so, do, la, so, do. This type of single line scores, study scores, are used in our theory classes and also in the upper primary and secondary school training for not just instrumental players, for the average audience. They can sing first and then it will become familiar and then they will so attentively listen. If I just simply show that this is Chopin, Chopin is they are probably less interested. But if they know something by singing, which becomes their own, and then you show that this is Chopin. Look, listen, what Chopin does with this very simple melody. They are looking like that in the ear of teenagers as well. Where was the do? Do you remember the do? Can you hum me the do? Do. Let's call the do as T and sing a half step up. T. Do and sing please this one. So do, re, do, ti, so do. So do, re, do, ti, la, ti, so do. Do, mi, fa, mi, re, so. Do, so, la, so, fa, so, mi. So, do, re, do, ti, la, ti, so. So, re, do, ti, la, ti, so, do. Do, mi, fa, mi, re, so. Do, so, la, so, fa, so, mi. So, do, ti, la, ti, so, do. So, do, re, do, ti, la, ti, so, do. Mi, fa, do, mi, fa, mi, re, so. Do, so, la, so, fa, mi. From the beginning. So, do, re, do, ti, la, ti, so, do. So, do, re, do, ti, so, do. Do, mi, fa, mi, re, so. Do, so, la, so, fa, mi. Very nice. So using the stick notation, we can easily read and memorize the melody. But then, having known a melody, after a while, we should draw the students' attention to the bass lines. So we can simplify the bass, initially just to one line. Please just sing this line, what you can see here. Each measure one note, okay? Do, and I will play on the piano the melody and sing for you the melody, but you just sing the bass. So, do, re, do, 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 re, 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 do, ti, la, so, do, mi, fa, mi, re, 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 so, do, so, 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 la, so, fa, mi, fa, so, mi. Very nice. And after a while, we can create two parts which emphasize the bass and the melody. You are the bass, please. You are the melody, please. Do and mi. Do, do. La, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, la, so, do. Yes, and if we are very nice, we can sing chords belonging to the song. Let's try this one, okay? Let me say that you still sing, please, the bass. You sing, please, the middle voice if has, and if we have just two parts, decide which one you prefer, and sing the top line. Do and mi. Do, mi, re, la, mi, fi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do, re, ti, re, do. How beautiful that was, but let's finish with an improvisation. You have this chord progression, and the rule is the following. I'm going to play on the piano the harmonies, and please create your melody. The rule is that in each measure, you have to use those notes which are written there. For example, let me play my first do, mi, fa, mi, re, fa, mi, la, mi, fi, la, ti, re, fa, mi, and so on. Okay. So free rhythm, free melody, just keep the measures. Okay. And how nice that was. Okay, so you could see that through singing, we can develop actually every single musical skills, beat, tempo, rhythm, meter, musical form, melody, notation, musical reading, musical writing, memory, polyphony, harmony, transposition, improvisation, and inner hearing, which is the origo. Thank you very much for your great attention. I really, really enjoyed how beautifully you sang. You are a great choir. You should remain together. And then let's have a break now, and after the break you will see the digital ideas, what we nowadays we innovate. Thank you, and come back tomorrow, we will continue.